you go in for a Nano Blade, you're gonna get fluxed, and then not only do you lose 2 ults, but you lose your life for it.
Most of the time.
If they don't flux you, you're gonna get rocked. You're gonna get halted. You're gonna have to somehow break through immortality before you can even kill anything. And then if that happens, they're still going to trance. Which you can kill through trance with a slash dash, but it's not consistent enough. Honestly, you should be running Farmer C and a dive instead of Genji and Ana. It's just because it might be working now, but at higher levels, you're just gonna get your shit kicked in every single time you try.
Like what? Well, are you guys again? Like Diamond Masters?
We're low diamond.
Oh, we're low diamond.
You're diamond. I thought you guys were okay. My bad.
No, we're diamond.
Yeah, no, we're like diamond flat barrier right there.
Oh yeah, if you're playing in plat, it's gonna work. If you're playing a message, you get kicked your shit.
Right,
don't even try NGM.
I'm already getting the call, but if you have any specific questions, you can add me on Discord, and I might be able to help you out. All
right, goodbye, Ian.
All right, good luck. See ya.
Okay. So that's just a general hint. Just please don't play Genji. He's a meme. That's fine. Also, I posted that twice. See that link I put in?
Yep, I'm on it.
The Q.GG.
Yeah, I'm joining right now.
I'm joining as well.
I think he's still trying to load the video. It's like freaking out there. Do you see me drawing?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, you do. The video is taking a long time to load. Apparently my network speed is low. I don't think that's the case, but okay. It just the beginning is dark, that's why. When does this thing start? I'll give it a second to figure it out. Okay.
I think Blood said that the stream, or at least the vault that he made, didn't start for a while because he was like somehow streaming the wrong game or something, like Terrakion.
Oh, he had his settings set to what's it called?
That was just for the first part of Ilios, which shouldn't have been part of this.
Oh,
yeah. It is part of this. It is part of this.
But Ilios Ruins was first, so like.
Yeah. So it's like right here. Okay. Let me see. So, are there comms here? Can I hear?
Yeah, so we can talk about this map too, I think, because this one we're actually trying to run.
What's the map where you really want to talk about?
I definitely want to do. I think Volskaya would be a good one.
Okay, where is it?
27 minutes, I believe.
Okay. Everyone that's here is actually here, though, right?
I'm in.
Nate, are you here?
Nate?
He's here. Nate?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Anja.
Did
your comment scare Moy?
I guess so.
Alright, yeah, I'll go.
Nate, you're muted if you're actually here.
Yeah. Alright, I'll probably just do one map since you only have about half your team.
Just one map.
I'll go over some general stuff.
And
did you guys have any questions, by the way, like before we even start? Like with what comps you should be running? Because by the way, I know you guys are more of an off-meta team, but dive is really hard unless you're very well.
You're kind of going Robot? That's me.
It kind of depends on the person. Like me personally, I'm basically an Orisa one trick. I can play Ryan comfortably, and that's like my monkey is kind of potato. Like
So that's even more of a reason why you should be. That's why you should be avoiding dive anyway. Because in the current state of Overwatch right now, dive is only useful if you really know what you're doing. Mist is a team that has been doing dive since we started, and we can still pull it off on a couple maps, but we still tend to avoid it. There's only a couple maps where we do it, like Anubis defense on only first point, because we have a specific method to it.
Okay, I was about to ask like what maps. Because it seems like for our team, we are more comfortable with dive. I mean, we're not amazing at it or anything. We're just more comfortable with dive than like the meta comps.
I think part of it is Nate is more comfortable on dive DPS than on like Hanzo or Mei.
Farmer C works with the standard meta comp. Or it works against it. I mean, so it's good to use because you can play more of a double spam comp where you have a Hanzo.
Is it something that we should pull out for specific maps or just like go to as a default? Like,
so if there's any maps like Ilios Lighthouse, where it's a lot of open space, and and it's very easy to spam on too. So Lijiang Tower, 2 of the points, just not the one on the inside. That's great for having Pharmacy Hanzo. Ilios Lighthouse, Ilios Well is great for having Pharmacy Hanzo.
That's the comp you would run, is Pharmacy Hanzo?
Yeah, Pharmacy Hanzo. I mean, you still can run the standard meta, Mei Zen, Baptiste, Hanzo, that shit. That will always work, no matter what map. But Pharmacy provides a lot more spam, which means a lot more damage, which means a lot more ults coming quicker. So you guys said that you run a lot of dive, though?
Well,
we did a lot of double shield last night, but didn't find success with it, and then we swapped to dive and found we had a better time of it.
Okay, so you should be using this time to practice the comps you don't know, not playing the comps you do. Because the point of, especially when the meta comp is the one you don't know.
Yeah, I think so. So personally, I want to go over the double shield, which we only run, I think, on Ilios and then here on Volskaya.
So, let me see your Volskaya. I want to see when you guys set up. I guess I'll have it play until you guys set up. Oh, sorry, it pulled it back for me for some reason. Okay, so I want to see, why is it pulling it back?
And specifically last night, we had a really, really hard time with dealing with Greg on the Mei.
Yeah.
Greg
is
theirs. Greg is theirs.
Greg is theirs, yeah.
So I want to see what happens in a position like this. So you're here. Okay, first off, this should be Sigma.
Well,
you cannot engage this far and hope to find value. Especially when they have a Reinhardt here. It should have Sigma. Instead, also, what the fuck is this tank line? Oh my god. Okay, that's...
Yeah,
sorry.
They were running that.
Welcome to Plat Diamond.
Yeah, okay. Nix this guy. Get Sigma.
Okay. I'll be
the rest of that is a good comp. You can have Stone be Eraser. The off tank should be Sigma.
Yeah, that's what we normally run. And we were on Ilios here, I think. I think we were just going for the like pull fire strike window shit.
So a lot of what you want to do with this kind of a comp is you want to play the Sigma, and especially when you have Hanzo and Pharah, this is correct positioning. These two are in the right position. They should be taking off angles and spamming in towards their team here. And especially if they're running a fucking Reinhardt on Volskaya, a lot of what you can do with that is you can force double spam onto there and force down their cooldowns before you guys, as the core, even move in. So you can have those off-angle spams, potentially get a pick, or if you're lucky, you'll build your barrage if you don't already have it at the time, just saying. And then go in for a flank barrage by taking left side over, around, and towards the rest of the team. So as your team is pushing in and forcing that pressure main, the Hanzo will be spamming, breaking shields. Far goes behind, barrages, kills 2 before they can even react. So even if she dies, you'll already be on the point fighting, and Mercy can res in the middle of that.
Okay.
So get rid of that, make it into a Sigma so you can have that more shield spam and more shields for yourself. Hanzo, yeah, absolutely should be going for a lot of just general spam. He should be using Storm Arrow on barriers just to get them down, and then should be trying to harass specifically the Baptiste, because if Bap uses his immortality early, he's a thrower, and you can force him to do that by pressuring him too hard. Especially if his other healer is a Lucio or even a Zenyatta in the meta comp. Baptiste has to rely on himself a lot more than his other support.
Mm-hmm.
So you can abuse that by harassing him as Hanzo and forcing him to use his cooldowns or die. And then when that cooldown's gone for immortality, not only can you push in, but barrage becomes that much stronger, where you don't even need to wait to break that thing. That thing's already gone. You don't need to worry about it. So you can go in, Far can go in, get a pick on maybe Baptiste and Mei, and that's game right there. The second Far gets the barrage on those two, that's game. So yeah, you should seriously be thinking of swapping to... this comp is fine, besides the Reinhardt. This should be Sigma.
Okay.
And playing, it's even being played, you're playing this properly, you just have the wrong heroes. I want to see, because especially when you're playing Reinhardt without Lucio, it's really hard to get any value off of him. Yeah, the shield value is great, but Sigma has a similar shield value. But he can also do damage while it's happening. His ult is a lot easier to use, especially with the amount of barriers around. And he's just overall more oppressive. He can get picks on his own without being pocketed and without being directly in their face. He can also contest Hanzo, which is something that Reinhardt cannot do.
To be fair, I think we started Lucio on this map, and then I swapped Mercy after we capped first.
Okay, that's
think.
fine. Let me see. Let me go back a bit.
So it may be more of an issue that we should have swapped to the Sigma and just didn't do it as early as...
You shouldn't have
we
done
didn't do it
in the first place, but yeah. Let me go back a bunch. Hopefully it doesn't scream at me. Hello?
Hey, it's Jaeger.
Hey, Jaeger.
There we go.
Enjoy all those pings?
I have
Was
never
there enough?
woken up from a nap and seen over 600 pings.
See? He got the mistreatment. You weren't here on time. That's on you, Chief.
I didn't even know we had a thing tonight.
Oh,
We have
Yeah, we talked about it
Congrats, now
before.
you know.
okay. Let me go over some of the concepts I was just talking then. I'll get back. I can actually probably show it here. So, you said your problems were with this fucking Greg ass over here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see what Greggy does. So you guys are moving in. Yeah. First note, since you weren't here at the time, don't do gimmicky. Don't do the gimmicky shit. Don't start with the gimmicky shit. It can be a good surprise, but it's not going to work in higher ranks. This is a fine engage comp. You're playing an engage comp here, so I think overall the engage comp is fine. Of course, I haven't seen how you engage with it together, but this is a fine enough composition. But on this kind of a map where especially there's a lot of open air, this is where you expect to see more snipers and more pharmacy play. So running a kind of engage comp on this is very difficult, especially when on this map there's a lot of just straight shots that are very long. Ghost is actually hard to run on this map because you used to have to go loop around here, go up top, around back, and then towards point to actually get any value, and it would take like a minute to start actually playing the game at that point. So yeah, playing engage comps on this map is very hard on offense and defense. So Mist normally prefers to play double spam, where you go for the Orisa. This is great. Baptiste, how beautiful. You want Sigma here, and you want Pharmacy instead of these two, and you want Hanzo. Pharmacy Hanzo is a very powerful. It's not necessarily the meta, but it's a very powerful way of just forcing an amount of control on point that's unlike anything else right now. Because it's just an incessant amount of damage, and you're getting ults every single fight. You know, you have barrage nearly every fight, and you can get barrage in like half a minute and get the first team wipe on point for a lot of control point maps. So Ilios, I know we've gotten barrage within 45 seconds and just wiped them before they even had any ults, and that's how we won the point. So take that into consideration, where instead of playing, you should not be playing Reinhardt on almost every map. There's a few exceptions I'll talk about in a bit, but Reinhardt is not great right now because while he has a lot of shield, he doesn't have any shield pressure. He doesn't have any really outside utility. Sigma's ult is better than his. It's just Sigma's just kind of better overall, except for on a couple maps. This is not one of them. Normally you want to run Reinhardt on close quarters, like very, very close quarters maps. So Busan Mecha Base, where you're inside that little area.
Mhm.
That's where you want to run a Reinhardt.
Yeah, and I think that's where we started with this Orisa Rein comp. We were actually running a Brig Lucio at the time, and
that's fine. Brig Lucio works for that. Brig Lucio works for that.
That is not
gave
what
Rental an
Rental
aneurysm.
said. Rental hates it.
But it works, but it's not the best thing you can do there. Kick the Brig, run Baptiste. When you make the engagement, throw the immortality on top of your Reinhardt. They have to focus it, and while they're focusing it, you're killing them. And if they don't focus it, you still kill them. So you want the Baptiste instead of the Brig.
Yeah, that's what Randall said too.
Brig can work, but it's not optimal. You're trying to play for optimal because you're trying to win. You play the most effective strategy. And if you aren't able to make it work, that's why you're in scrims. You're practicing to make it work. You don't play scrims to win. You play scrims to practice and learn. So, again, yeah, you don't want this kind of engaged comp. I do want to see how you run it, though.
I think we tried to cheese this by teleporting on box, and we get
wanted
pulled
to
by the
teleport
May.
to box. Was the whole...
Yeah, I mean, it's... Look what happens to the team, though, you know? I mean, already. But, you know, your Reinhardt's standing up here with Hanzo up his ass. And you're all just kind of around together in a box. You know, I want to see what happens here. But, I mean, you guys, for what it is, you're playing it well. You got to take off of it, so it's not completely useless. But there's... May's wall is not enough to actually get you this entire point. That can work on something like Hanamura, but that's already overdone to the point where people are expecting it, so I wouldn't.
Well, that wasn't like the strat. I just did that because our main tank was dead. And didn't want to get rolled.
Oh, really? Oh, well, that May wall was good. Oh. That May wall blocking here, that was good. That's what got you almost 2 ticks. That was a good May wall. That should have been the strategy if that was what you were doing. So you accidentally played it right. Good job, though. Keep that.
So
if you're gonna do something like that,
this strat was literally something I think like we wouldn't normally try to do because Czech was ringing for us, and
Czech was a ringer. Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, let's go Symmetra and teleport box." He also hates playing meta a lot.
Yeah, like
that's bad.
That's bad. Meta. Like
he was complaining.
If I'm gonna be honest, it kind of pisses me off.
That's understandable because that's not good for a team environment. Part of being part of a team is being able to flex to what you need to, and if you can't flex to it, now's the time to practice.
Yeah, well, we're still trying to fill that DPS spot.
On May the 8th month in a row, you're still playing May. Yeah. You know, it's how it is. You have to. If you want to play in a team environment seriously and you want to actually improve, you need to be able to bend yourself to where it's not fun. And if it's really not that fun, stop playing.
Right, honestly. Here's where we switch to the Pharmacy, and I'm still on Reinhardt. Pharmacy? This is where I should have stopped.
Yeah. Literally, this is a great comp if you swap Reinhardt for Sigma.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a big problem is Jaeger doesn't play Rein when we do the Rein Orisa, and I don't really play Sigma, so I guess...
So just don't even start with Rein. Don't even... Okay. Rein's not even there. Any map where you would run Reinhardt, you're staying on Reinhardt, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, you really just... You want to run Sigma here, so I want to see how you guys do handle this, because I know you do cap eventually. You're moving in. You're taking space fine. Also, just so you can see what they have here, Sigma Reinhardt is awful. Please never use Sigma Reinhardt. It's just so unsynergistic and things don't really work together. Reinhardt needs to engage, but Sigma can't engage. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, oh wow.
So what they were doing a lot with the Sigma there is they were actually kind of playing the Sigma on an off angle to almost...
Yeah, they should.
Protect the May to let her get in. Like, so, you know, she would push in and then his barrier would follow, so it would be harder to follow up. That screwed me over a lot when I was playing Zen, for example.
Yeah, but wait, where were you positioned that the May was able to get to that quickly?
So not on this map, but it would be like, for example, Last Point Rialto, they would be coming up the stairs kind of on the right behind the window. And I'd be playing closer to that.
Flanking?
Yeah, they'd be flanking, essentially, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and their Sigma would take off angles and help support that May up into them.
Mm-hmm. If there's ever a position where their Sigma and their May are completely behind you, hard push into their core. It will be a 4v6. It will be clean and quick. By the time the Sigma and May are even ready to do anything, the rest of the team will be dead and you can take the other two. If you're ever in a situation where, like, their entire team is split in half, hard commit to one side and then hard commit to the other afterwards. It's just easier that way. Or everyone hard commits to the May and the Sigma and swaps them in a second. Because it'll prevent that, you know, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? You know, you make the decision as soon as you see them leave their position.
Okay.
Signaling off angle is not a bad idea, but it works. It works very well, actually, especially if you play it with a Hanzo, not the May. They're not playing it right, but Sigma on off angle is good.
Okay.
It's still exploitable if it's done poorly like that. I know this is like a diamond plat area, so it can work for them, but that's not going to get them far.
Right.
Okay. So what you're doing here is good. Hanzo's on this side. Farah's taking the off angle on this side. So you're getting a lot of value here. You're getting a lot of spam. This is the kind of look. Farah already's 50% on ult. Were you starting on Farah or no?
They just swapped before this fight.
Yeah, we just swapped this fight.
So look how much ult you already have. Just because they have a fucking jackass comp where they can't even cover themselves. So you're abusing what they have, this horrific tank line, and you're already getting a lot of poke value. And that's the magic of doing the double spam comp, is that you get ults so quickly, Ult, or I have Barrage within a minute, I have my dragon every other fight. Because just look how much value you can get here. Just you have to now Sigma has to throw a shield over here, and Hanzo's playing on point because you forced him onto there. They're devoting this entire shield for you, and the damage from Sigma over here, and the damage from Lucio, and the attention of Mei for some reason,
as well.
And Hanzo's lucky over here.
So you're saying I should just run Pharmacy the majority of the maps?
If it's open like this, I don't want to say every map because not every map.
I said majority, not everyone.
Yeah. If it's a more open map like this, or Oasis or Ilios on most of them. Actually, Ilios everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, what is happening right in this image is the definition of value.
You are getting so much more value off Farah right here. And this is why I'm saying is better than Genji. Because if you were Genji just being like, pew, 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 just throwing little shurikens over here, yeah, maybe Mei will look at you.
I fucking hate how accurate you are about that.
It's true. It's true.
It's what it feels like. I know it sucks.
Yeah, and you have 5 people shooting at you while your 4-man core is pushing up on the Rhine, and now he's like, oh fuck, because he's playing Reinhardt and not Orisa, so he can't even do anything. He's just kind of holding his shield. So look, you already forced back there Reinhardt. You took all of this space because they were stupid and you had double spam. And then their Baptiste is hiding in here. You kind of got this team in a split. Their Hanzo is on point. What is he doing? You're forcing them into a situation so they're backing up. You have the Rhine here, so you might as well start swinging. Wait, what happened here? I wasn't paying attention.
He shattered and got the Sigma, I believe.
Oh, I was watching check.
I got their map as well, I think.
Yeah.
It was at least 2 people.
Yeah, I know 2 people were down. I didn't get the Rhine that I wanted to, but...
Let me see real quick. I was talking about check, so I saw the pick. Oh, yeah, so check got up here. Check should be, the Hanzo, instead of going up main here, preferably he wants to go, left side, up top here, around, and start harassing back here. Because think about it like this. You already have the Farah shooting over here. You have the core pushing over here. If you had a Hanzo in the backline fucking with the Lucio, or the Mei, you're diverting their attention in 3 different directions while still being able to play as a team, and you're all focusing the same targets. Or this poor Reinhardt over here, you could probably headshot him and then your Rhine would win the fight instantly. It's just a little bit of positioning things and a hero choice that would make this comp a lot better. And the Farah is already getting a lot of value. That's really good. But just have the Hanzo take more of a backline flank, annoying asshole off angle. Which is what he should be doing, because that's how he's playing right now. He's supposed to harass Zen and Baptiste until they use their abilities to make him go away. And it diverts a lot of attention here. So, I know Check dies because of his positioning, but that's on him. He shouldn't have been up front.
So I shattered Sigma and Lucio there.
That's good. That's a good shatter. Actually, you shattered Mei as well. That's 3.
I think
she's behind the wall.
Still standing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's...
Okay, so you got 2 here. That's a good shatter. But notice this. That's Hanzo Baptiste. So that's Hanzo and a support with a higher DPS than Soldier. Your team can't really support you that much on Reinhardt when you have Pharmacy. I don't know if you die here necessarily, but
I charge
you should.
And I kill the Sigma, then die, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's not worth it, though. I'm going to be honest with you. Losing a Reinhardt for a Sigma is not worth it. Reinhardt's more of an anchor tank, while Sigma's more of a more damage focused tank. Yeah, it's great. You got the shatter and you kind of disrupted their lines. You ended up winning anyway because your team took care of the Reinhardt and Lucio. But if you're in a position like that, go for the fucking Lucio instead. Cut out the heals early. Sigma can be very easily overwhelmed, especially when you have double spam with people taking off angles. Sigma can only shield one way. Even if he shifts after it, he's fine for 2 seconds, and then what?
Yeah, I think I end up dying after we've basically won the fight.
Yeah, I mean, you've already won the fight.
Yeah.
You've already won the fight. You have already won the fight over here. They're not doing anything about it. Even if you die here. So you did get the Sigma. Great. But yeah, see the position you're in now? They're shooting you from here. They're shooting you from here.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you get that sick charge or that sick slam, unless you're certain your team is with you, do not charge.
Yeah.
You could have just closed the gap, swung at Lucio. Fire strike him as you're walking over, swinging him twice. He would have died. And then you would have, they would have still been shooting at you, but your team would have been able to move up with you at the same speed. Orisa could have shielded this way, and then would be distracting their fire while you kill Lucio first, and then start beating up Sigma while your Baptiste heals you, so you win the fight. So see what happens here. You get frozen. Do you got killed? No, you don't.
It looks like he's away with it.
You should have. And then even right here, if you wanted to play Reinhardt for some twisted reason being here, this is the time to swap. You don't even have that much ult. You just used it. Now this is the time where you're like, okay, so while they're capping point, you waltz your ass over here, wait for the door to open. Also, do not be afraid if this is a situation you have just capped the point. Have your DPS push up. Start harassing them at spawn. Get ult while they're not paying attention. Hanzo shouldn't be here, because I hope to God he's not trying to go to spawn to change.
Definitely is.
I think he is.
Definitely is.
Good lord, no. Okay.
Oh wait, no.
No, he stays. Well,
yeah, he stays. I don't.
Does he?
Because we had that earlier moment that we were looking at it, that we're off to the left with Pharmacy, and then he was on the right as Hanzo. So I don't know what he's doing here.
Nate, what you should be doing here is after you cap point, Pharah, you spoop yourself in, go up around here, and just spam from the left side of the front entrance. Get whatever little damage you can get. Because right now you're at 80% barrage.
This is true.
You're close to ult, but you don't have it yet. So what you want to do is you want to guarantee that you'll have it when that next fight starts. You can get a very early barrage while they're still setting up, fuck them up completely. And that would be, you could steamroll with them. Especially with Bongo, yeah, they're fucked. So, do you do this? Yeah, he stays. I think he debated switching. Yeah, you move in here. So where does the Greg guy become a problem again? Is that not this map?
No, it's later. It's on Rialto, mainly.
Rialto is where she's really the worst for us, but this map she does have a couple walls in this choke here where
where you're spamming is fine. Preferably you want to go more up here.
Yeah, I
be a fucking
eventually.
Nuisance. Okay. Yeah, just want to make sure. Hanzo, this is good. Your positioning here. If you were Sigma, this would be perfect. It's really hero choices very minimally. It doesn't seem like much of a change. It's so fucking important that you're not Reinhardt here.
Got it. Locking in Orisa, never playing anything else.
That's what I've been doing.
Force jail.
Chief.
It'd be like that.
So they wall you here. It doesn't do anything because you're Baptiste and everyone else is in the front. I don't know why she would waste the wall.
Her walls get a lot better later.
Just so you're aware, if a Mei ever, for the love of God, ever tries to do what she's about to do here, or she just with none of her team, all of her team are over here, she's behind this pole. Hard focus her. The Orisa should be using her halt on the Mei, forcing cooldowns. Reinhardt should drop his fucking shield and start swinging at her. Baptiste should be shooting at her. Hanzo should be like, oh wait, call the Mei flanking. So Hanzo knows to shoot here. Pharmacy is right over here. You should be forcing Mei's cooldowns or killing her as soon as she's out of position like that. Because that is just stupid. Especially here. Dead. She should be dead. And then actually they get was that a shatter?
They got a
Shatter,
shatter.
yeah.
Yeah, and then he fed his brains out because he left his entire team and went left and tried to get a 6 shatter. You know, they also use immortality. That's a good freeze they got on, you know. Happens, freeze is busted. Not much you can do about it, which is why it's busted. You only lose one and it's the Reinhardt, so it doesn't really matter. But okay.
Vera, I'm just trying to die fast.
Okay, that's fine. I was about to start screaming.
Yeah, we called back.
Yeah, he literally
He's
goes, "They're
unable
not
to.
killing me."
It happens. And actually, it's better than trying to run away and they stagger for longer. So. Also, 1, almost 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why was nothing used last round? You should be engaging. You should be engaging fights with ultimates.
I believe we called for a dry fight to try to get them to use ult.
What you should be trying to do. I mean, the dry fight's good. I can't
because we didn't have any ults going into that fight. That's why I called for the dry fight. I just basically said we don't have any ults here. We know they have some.
I can hear it now.
So
okay, that's a fine call. Especially because you were down 2, so they're down two pretty important ults. That's fine. That's a fine call. I want to see how you use your ults here, though.
I know I throw away Valk here because I try to save them
I mean,
after they get a pretty nasty wall.
It's Valk. It's not that important.
Yeah, I think that's the only ult we use this fight, if I remember correctly.
That's bad.
I thought we...
That's bad.
Well...
You should be proactively using ults, not reactively. Yep. You should be starting this fight using Amplification Matrix as soon as you cross this corner. Force them back while Pharmercy's taking this left angle, and Hanzo's on the right side spamming them back even farther. And then, as soon as they're out of position and they have no barriers, that's when you want to start pushing with the barrage. Get aggressive there. So you should be the first person using fights, because statistically, if you use your ults first, you will win a fight. If you're proactive rather than reactive, except for things like Transcendence, of course, but with aggressive ults and like killing ults, you need to be the first one to throw it out.
Okay.
So pull a barrage, that's fine. It's a little difficult to do, but it's fine. You're ready? Okay, so I heard ready, and then give me 6 so I can...
Ready. Hold on. Give me 6 so I can Sonic.
Give me 6 so I can Sonic. Why are you in there? You said ready as you were moving in without waiting. If you make the call for are you guys ready, not only should you not already be halfway in there, but you should be listening to what he said. He said, give me 6 seconds so I can get my sonar arrow, which is very smart because he can tell you what the hell is going on over here.
Okay.
So if you're making calls asking if they're ready, make sure you listen to the responses, please. Because then look.
Yeah.
Guess who both just died? Because Baptiste listened. Pharmercy listened. Hanzo, of course, listened. But both tanks didn't listen. And he's dead, and you just threw out immortality. It was too late. But there's nothing that your Baptiste could have done because you were walled off.
And I had popped Valk right there.
Yeah.
Trying to...
That's fine. You popping Valk there is a good option. But that was a
dry fight.
Yeah. This one looks more like the dry fight because they also use Flux here. And
I think we only used the Valk.
I think so.
Yeah, because that's when you said that's okay. The Valk isn't very important as far as that goes.
It isn't. But they're halfway back to this. They can get this super quick. Yeah. So you can't keep having these fights where you engage with no ult usage at all. And then on top of the common problem that happened.
Later in the scrim, I had even pointed out there was so much planning going on as far as what we were going to do in response to ults versus our own management. Majority of the time, we were always ahead on the ults.
It's good to plan responses for ults, but you need to plan what the hell you're using first, because that is more important. If you need to say, okay, every single fight you have amplification matrix, okay, we're starting with amp. That should be the first thing that comes out of whoever's making the plan's mouth. because Amplification Matrix comes back too fucking quickly, and it's too fucking good.
Yeah.
So you should be using it every single fight that you have it to start. Like, honestly, that fight should have started, which is why you want Sigma instead of Reinhardt, by the way, because Sigma gets a lot more DPS than one fire strike.
Yeah.
Should have crossed this corner. Amp, right there. Before you didn't even have to cross here. Amp, like, right here.
Don't even have to worry about the Mei wall.
Don't have to worry about the Mei wall. Forces them to back up around their corner. Let me go back so I can show you. Yeah. It would force them to go back around here. And then, oops, Mei's not in the area to see you, to Mei wall you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just walk in for free. And then guess what? You have this space. Start pressuring here. They don't have any barriers. Pharah's shooting from here. Oh, what's that? Hanzo's being a sneaky little devil. Sneak around back behind them and being a piece of shit. That's good. Great. Have him harass. And then what's that? Oh, that's point control. Oh, what's that? Oh, my God. Oh, and they're trying to push in. Oh, I'm just going to bongo right about here. That seems about good. Oh, what's that? Even more damage around this corner? Yeah, they can amp, but you have immortality. Throw that bitch right here and you win. Throw it right there. You're alive for 6 seconds, and the only places they can throw their immortality on this side are places where you can see it. You can just break it. Even if it's like around this corner directly, Pharah should be right over here. She can just see and break it. Hanzo should be actually, instead of going around back, he should be going up top here and just shooting them from, right over here.
Mm-hmm.
You have the ults to use here. Or even like another idea. That's just one idea of what you can do. After you make that ant matrix to push in here, when they're backing up here and cowering, because they throw out their immortality already. Dragon. Throw a dragon right into their backlines. Either kill them, chunk them, and by chunk I mean like take off portions of their health, or just kill them.
Yeah.
Like cooldowns, kills, damage. It's a lot more pressure. You can play towards point here after that, because they'll either, especially if you get a pick, you don't even use any more ults. If you don't get the pick, you probably want to use Bongo as well. Might seem like a lot of ults, but it's worth it if you win. But it's just making a plan like that, not they have this, we should use this in response, and that's it.
I can't wait to see his reaction when he sees how intense this last fight is.
Oh, God. Okay, so you die by... Okay.
I just window of Valkyrie for your ult there.
Don't waste... Oh, no. Don't say that. No. Okay. Real quick. If you haven't set out a specific plan for an ability, especially like Sonic, they're not wasting it. They're using it in the best possible way they can think of. It's not a waste. Because whatever he was using it on, I'm assuming was something valuable.
Yeah, what I was trying to do with that was I saw the Immort come out and the wall happen, and I was like, okay, maybe if I Valk here, I can save at least one of the tanks, if not both. And
I'm not talking about Valk. I'm talking about Sonar Arrow. Someone just said, Sonic Arrow. Yeah, it said if we don't waste Sonic.
No, that.
Yeah.
Oh, he was saying I won't waste Sonic this round.
He shouldn't be saying that though. He should.
He's being critical on himself from the last fight.
Yeah, I guess so. But he shouldn't be critical on himself though. Like, you don't want to say that you're wasting an ability unless you really, really think that you got no value off it. Because if you get value off an ability, it's not wasting. You get value, but it's using it differently. Because if you're self-critical,
I think he blamed himself for the stalling of the 6 seconds.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. But he shouldn't. It should be more of a. Your team lets him know. It should be part of your plan that you're making. It's Sonic that corner so we can see as we're moving in. After that, we amp Matrix. He should know to be ready for it. It's like halt. It's like halt for a reset. He should know to be ready for it. It's not
be like this push. Just let us know when you're all ready on cooldowns.
Yeah. It's like having Lucio speed boost for engage.
Yeah,
hold speed boost for choke.
Yeah, we just like FOV until we're ready.
Guess what? No one told him, so he didn't know.
Yep.
That's the entire team. It's not just a him thing, which he should know. That's what I'm saying. He didn't waste it. It's that there was no plan for it.
Yeah.
So. Let's see what happens here.
They Sonic the door here. Watch out.
Yeah, Sonic the door here. Good. Yeah, they Sonic the Dragon Shield. That's a good call. Okay.
Right, I'm in position.
Engaging. What the hell is the plan? What is the plan? You have 5 of these fuckers glowing around here. What are you doing? You know, this is when you're making an engaged fight like this, you need to have the ult plan. I know I've already talked about it, but this is a prime example. You're saying engaging before, you know, what are we doing? What the hell are we? We're just locking it mid? You know, if you're doing that, just play soldier. It's like you need to make that kind of a plan. And you know, look at this ult difference. You have 5 on them. You could, if you organize it at the very least, you could pop these 5 ults and just overwhelm them because they only have beat drop. Oh no, Dragon, be careful. No. You have so much value and ability to take real estate here. You could kill the fucking Mei before she gets Blizzard. You know, because you have that kind of spam pressure on her. You have so much damage and so many ults from here. Like, just start with the A Matrix to take the space. Put down Bongo once you have the space. They're locked at a point for good. So
Hanzo Sonic, can you pull on Hanzo?
Yeah.
2 seconds. I'm walled off.
Yeah. So I gotta ask about that real quick. You start moving in.
Sonic?
I know you're trying to dodge the Mei, but you don't communicate it with your team. And then that. You need to say, if you're in that situation...
Who are you talking to? Jaeger?
Yeah, the Orisa. Over the Orisa.
That's Jaeger.
Jaeger.
Yeah, so right there, I said push in with me so I don't get walled.
And so then you should have followed Ryan. You should have followed Ryan. And that's kind of a situation. I don't care. I know to you it felt smarter at the time, which it was in that situation to back up so Mei didn't wall. But your team had a very loose plan of what they were moving with. No, your Ryan was saying still push in. So you're listening to that. I don't care if it sounds suicidal. I don't care if you think he's a fucking idiot for saying that. You're doing it. He's your job. And if he's wrong, everyone learns from it. This is a practice scrim. It's not like a real tournament, and it's not like you're playing solo queue and you just ignore whoever the hell is talking on comms. He's your team captain, and he's your shot caller. He says we're booking it mid, you're booking it mid. You can suggest other things, but if he says no, fuck you, you're doing it.
2 seconds.
Because then look, now they're split, and you're just shooting a wall. Think about how much damage value you're getting lost on this stupid block of ice instead of the enemy shields.
I'm walled off.
You're walled off, you know, and you can't make any calls because you can't fucking see anything. Also, Dragon's heading towards you. That's cool.
And I died to it, sadly.
I mean, how could you see that coming, though?
Where is it?
But, okay, there was no call for Shatter. No one said anything. You still have you still have this. You have not used this ult, this ult, this ult. You might have Dragon, I don't remember, but you have not barraged. You have not amped, except for the first point. You haven't gotten it since you haven't used it since you got the first point. And I don't believe you've bonged at all since. So it really feels like it's a little bit of a team comp problem, but overall it seems like you guys just are passively and reactively using ults.
Mm-hmm.
And reactive ult usage is good for specific ults, but that's something like beat drop and transcendence. So that's not for something you don't want to react with barrage. That gets you killed and that makes you lose a team fight.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be the engager. You need to be the driving force. You're the one who's attacking. And even if they're pushing in, you're the one who's attacking. Because if you get to them before they get to you, you win.
Yeah, and like with shatters, you can you call for the spam the shield, kill the shields.
Yeah, break shields.
You have the comp to do that. You have an Orisa, you have a Aura, and you have a Hanzo. If they all focus the Ryan shield, boom, free shatter.
This shit should be gone within 2 seconds.
Yeah.
1600 shields is nothing.
Or through a BAP-T stamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can amp and kill Orisa with her shield and fortify within a second. So do you think this shit's gonna last? No? This thing's gonna die, and then he's gonna die because Hanzo's gonna body shot him once through, and it's gonna do 6,000 damage and kill him instantly. Because that's a hero that exists. Oh, okay, that's just funny. I'm gonna laugh at that. Fuck you, Greg. So what are we doing here? You're calling places, you're calling people, great. But what are we doing? Check just to that dragon. I didn't hear him call it, but he might have said something.
He split the Sigma high.
Lucio shattered, okay. No call on the dragon.
Yeah.
You need to call all your ults. Give at least 3 seconds before you do it, unless it's something that you need to do immediately.
Ryan split.
Do you want to pull?
Okay, yeah, push point, good.
Pushing point. I'm going to drop Bongo. I'm holding main.
We don't realize Sigma's just hanging out.
He got split with the dragon. He's behind them now.
That's fine. That happens.
Lucio top left. Hanzo shooting.
Did Mercy not call?
I don't think
didn't even see it. I don't think.
Well, I flew.
You flew.
I don't know if I didn't see it or if I just saw Nate's let's get up in the sky.
No. There was a barrier in front of you. Unless you were botting out.
I might have been.
No. Unless you weren't paying attention. Yeah, but if Floaty Man's behind you, even if he doesn't have footsteps, I know it's a little weird. Say something. Sigma's fucking behind. Turn around.
He's trying to crease
Look at him. Sigma behind now, but he's already on point.
Yeah, that was the Orisa calling it.
Yeah.
Orisa, who's the front line, was calling about a Sigma in the back line.
This is the nutty fight.
And then call when you're being frozen, by the way. Say Maze on me. No call for the barrage. Freeze happens. You don't even kill anyone because no one was able to organize with you. Your horse dies. You got 2 ticks. Congratulations, but you didn't win, even though you used 1, 2, 3, 4 ults unorganizedly, and you still have amp field. You got 2 ticks, but with a little bit more organization and planning, you could have used less ults and gotten the entire point anyway.
Okay, so always open with amp field if we have it.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
Because that's one that I've always I guess I've been a little questionable because it's really good at building ults, but it.
Yeah, spam comp. That's the winning. That's the
even
winning
meta comp, spam comp.
Yeah, it used to be a window fight, and then it was like
using Baptiste overall. If you have Baptiste, you want to use it as soon as possible in the fight because you burn so many resources just by popping Q, and you get it back too quickly.
Even if you don't get a chance, Baptiste can also use it for themselves, either to heal or do damage beyond.
But really, it should be a front line.
Yeah, definitely.
So then, look. Oh, nice! You got 2 ticks. Congratulations! It even says 69. You got the funny side. But you got T-wiped and lost 4 ults for it, so now you have to build them. And look, 1, and by the time you get anything else. 2, 3, 4, and then you'll have shatter, and this ult you're not apparently you forget you even have. So let's pretend like that's just light blue. So because you don't have it apparently. By the way, I'm being very harsh, but I don't actually mean to hurt anyone's feelings.
No,
Nah, dude, go for it.
Just making sure.
I completely bought it out by not calling the Sigma. That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you out on it because if I don't yell at you and call you an idiot for it, how are you gonna learn?
This is a valid point.
Yeah. If I'm like, oh no, it's okay. No, fuck that. I'm not your mother.
Right. Yes. We're going to have Flux. We're going to have Beat.
Wait, oh shit. Okay, no, I stay there. It said they're gonna have Flux and Beat, and May. No, they choose it. And no one's calling about the Dragon. I mean, Dragon is less of an important one. But you should be watching Hanzo's Dragon. Also, they just used Freeze.
Yeah, the Dragon thing was my bad.
Yeah,
he used Dragon to open that fight, and I actually dissented on that. I thought that he wouldn't have it.
No, that's a fair claim. I don't expect you to be 100% perfect in ult tracking, but if they use an ult at the end of a fight, you should not be saying they have it again.
Mm-hmm.
They used the freeze to win that shit.
Right.
Well, in his defense, somebody on the damn team should have said something about it.
That's not an ult tracker problem. That is an everyone
It's
problem.
enough time before the fight right now to be able to tell somebody that, hey, they did use it.
Please never do this. What you're doing right now.
My bad.
We tried it one time and it failed horribly, and then we never.
So you learned.
Yes.
So never do it again. This is the last time I want to see you do it for the rest of your lives.
This ain't quick play, man.
Look, unless you're in like bronze and you're all throwing in a 6-stack and having fun, go ahead. I love it.
I love it.
Hey, Scribbly's having fun.
What are you, a bastion?
Look at this. Woo! Yeah. And they make sure they're like, what the hell is wrong with them? And look. You're not even all on the same platform. You're just like, yeah, here's the school bus and here's the...
Here's the short bus.
Yeah, apparently.
Jump off here. Jump off here.
Yep. Jump off here. Woo! Yeah, great. Okay, and they're just probably like, all right. And that's it. All right, run's already done. Unless you can res them, which I...
Yeah, check was fucking rage.
And then I die.
And then you lose one. Okay, so your situation here is push in now so you die quick. Please.
No, I res check.
Your res check. But your Reinhardt dropped without saying anything, and your May's already dead, and now your Rein's already dead. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay. And then okay. So, what was the plan? You all went here.
Jump off. That was the plan.
Okay.
Jump off now.
So I hope you mean jump off here, right?
Yeah.
Because that would have fed them less ult.
I think in my brain the plan was to drop down right here and play Mega.
Oh.
But I didn't communicate that well at all.
My question for you is, why not just go through choke and play at Mega?
Because fuck Maywalls, that's why they were doing that.
I was really tired of getting walled off
and
frozen.
If you're having problems with Maywalls, use your wall to cover where you're walking. So... if you're going to try to go through choke, and let's say May's being a dickhead right here.
And now we do have a May, so we should have May first, yeah. And then create a path to the left.
Yeah, exactly. Use your wall to stop theirs.
That's my fault for being bad at May.
It's the only way, I mean, you're practicing. That's fine.
What are you going to do? You're going to tell your team to get the hell down from the platforms?
I'm telling you this so you can learn. If you're bad at May right now, that's fine. I'm not here to judge... like the mechanical or
I'm just
placement shit. It's just more of a
big dynamite.
What your team should have done thing. Not a oh wow you missed that shot, nice job, jackass. Like no. That's I okay, what the hell is he doing?
Soft flanks.
This man
That's not a soft flank.
I know, I'm being sarcastic. He was doing that shit the entire scrim, dude.
That's not even a low key. He's just a thrower. You already won this fight. And why does he commit one of the best ults in the Help your wow, you got Greg. Congrats. But oh, here they come. Cavalry's back, boys.
We got him pincered.
Cavalry boys, we'll get them. We'll get them both sides.
Yeah, this is the nutty fight.
Check out all those heals you got up there.
Oh.
Yeah, bro, I'm healing myself as May. Let's go.
This one's kind of funny. Check, it's pretty salty at this point because the dragon.
That man got solo ulted more than anybody in this entire scrim.
So they had a cross.
I mean, to be fair, I was right there.
Yeah.
So
oh my god.
This is happening. There are ults being used.
Watch right.
There. Why? Why are you looking this way?
This is the most insane fight. Just
I was trying to block off the damage from the window, but
I know, but I get that piece is
look at Cat. Look at Cat down in the bottom.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at whatever the fuck this is.
Oh
Cat's
yeah.
the safest
The
person.
only one who's doing a job here is this one.
Yes.
And then the other ones are either dead or just like, oh, I'm gonna go look at you.
Yeah, no, Cat's just like, I'm gonna chill right the fuck here.
Yeah. It's like, everyone, you're doing your job. You're just looking at everyone like, what the fuck? Because you got, Billy over here like, I'm just gonna look the other way. You got this guy like, yeah, I'm on the flank. Don't worry. And you got me. You got this poor horse who's like, I'm scared and confused. Yeah, understandably.
That's not even a horse.
That's not the horse. I thought that was the horse.
That's the right.
No, that's the
That's a Baptiste. Oh shit.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah. I was that scared and confused because I thought that was a horse. Interesting time to use your ult. I mean,
he was tired of getting. He was getting solo picked out like hard as shit by the Mei.
So, my suggestion to him is to just don't get tilted. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Just be like, okay, they wasted an ult, and especially if they don't kill him with it. Okay, they just wasted their ult. Whatever. It's better for you that they waste their ult trying to kill you.
Right.
Now he just apparently starts gaming. He turns on his gamer gloves and then
yeah,
that
actually
happens.
though. I'm pretty sure he still lives.
That is a great question. Are you still fighting it? You should be because you have 14 seconds left. But okay, now you're on ball. That's fine. Things just kind of there's no. You're not saying anything. There's not.
Yep, I remember this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This is a nutty fight.
Bap next. On Bap. Use lamp.
And now this is just stall, so I can't even really.
Balls one.
Have to kill Bap first.
How the hell did you win?
Because we're big brain gamers.
No, they're just stupid. No.
What the fuck?
That wasn't nuts. That didn't make any sense.
Watching all that from all the way from them moving in on a platform all the way through that was nuts. They actually got that.
It was nuts that you're considered diamond at that point. Like
They're considered diamond at that point.
Yeah.
The enemy team let it happen.
The enemy team, the fact that they lost to that, they're fucking gold. You're golden on hurt forever. But yeah, I would be on the edge of my seat too, because oh god, it's a horror film. All right, let me see.
This first point is crazy. How they
they
surround.
Yeah,
they set up.
They just Lucio
trees, man.
They just Lucio speed in with Sigma suck, and then get on top of us. Like
Lucio speed with Sigma suck. Shouldn't work. Good. Play Metacom. I know you guys don't know how to run it though, so now it's time to practice. I want to see how you play it.
Yeah. So this is what I want critiques on specifically because my Orisa is way stronger than my Reinhardt.
Okay. So first off, I know that they're doing a weird dumbass strategy, but if they're trying to go in with this, you said they're going with the Sigma suck engage.
Yeah.
Just freeze the fucker. Freeze the fucker. Wall him off as he's moving in and freeze him. That should be the first thing.
So our Mei is up
because
here.
they walled off where the Hanzo.
That's fine.
Okay.
But 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's Hanzo? I'm gonna assume he's on the offense. No, oh god, no. Okay, no, he needs to be up in the top right now. I was like, oh, I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt and say he's on the off angle. Nope, he's in the middle of the fucking team. No, Nate, bad. Go to your room. Take the off angle.
That might be my bad because I kind of encouraged that.
Well, don't.
Bad.
Yes. Hold on.
Intel from HQ. Bedtime in 10 minutes, boys.
So, how many times has Nate been sent to his room?
Nate's like, let's just put it this way. I'm in my room now.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
My mom was just wondering if I'm okay since I was just sick recently. So, all right.
And yelling and cursing now.
Oh, yeah.
He's mad at people on the internet.
I'm not even mad.
She's toweling off his forehead right now.
I'm not mad. I'm just making fun of them. There's a big difference. Yeah, so nice job. Good job being there. That's not where you want to be.
Wait, were you talking to me? Sorry, I went to the bathroom.
Nate,
now you got to go to your room.
Nate, next time you're on Hanzo, do not lock it in the middle of the team, please.
Okay.
For the love of God, take off angles every time you're playing Hanzo.
It just seems like I'm the unluckiest person on the planet, and every time I take an off angle, I get headshot. So
you know what you do? You headshot them first.
That's
forehead.
You get good.
Big brain. Okay,
Nate,
you right.
Nate,
Sorry.
Nate, I'm not kidding.
I know. That's the part that hurts.
If you keep losing the duels, you're gonna lose the game. You need to get your Hanzo to be better.
I know. I gotta work on it because that stupid fucking nerf.
Yeah.
Well, nerf, rework, buff, whatever you want to call it.
Can't ask me about it.
Okay, so just ping me in the academy thing and say get good.
Hold on, let me just do the Nate. I tag you in Froshet saying your ass. Okay, no.
Okay.
Okay, no.
Here, I'm gonna send you something that
I'm
can help you.
He's got motivational posters all over his room.
I mean, okay, so you're falling back, right? They fucked up a wall. So your Mei used a great wall here, but what is she doing now? As soon as they started moving in, she should have dropped and stayed with you. Also, who are we missing? Am I wrong? Okay, who are we missing here?
They're all.
Nate is inside them.
Oh, it was the Zin in Mega Room here. That you
One,
didn't see, I think.
2, 3.
No, I don't know where I am. What the? Oh, I'm at the very bottom. Very bottom.
You were in LM and then you backed up with a jump.
Breaking lamp.
Yeah, so there's
I see.
6 right
there.
there.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's Kate, not me.
Yeah.
That's fine. Kate being is fine. Because she still has LOS, she's still getting a lot of value.
Yeah, I should have been. But...
What the hell are they doing, by the way?
They go all the way up
You'll
top behind us.
This is
I think I picked the BAP right here with a hull.
Yeah, they like try to.
God, is he insane?
Who?
That's all good.
They're Baptiste. He just tried to go.
Oh yeah, their Baptiste is.
Oh, dude, he's trying to challenge Chuck.
Play Mega Room.
Yep.
Fuck.
now there's a double Mei fight.
And your Mei's dead because they didn't back up and fall back with you. That's exactly why you don't want to be sectored off alone as Mei. Mei's not a flanker. Mei's not a solo target killer. Mei needs a team to be good.
Greg's about to make you question that later.
Well, that's because it's because you don't know how to deal with it.
We didn't answer it or deal with it.
It's because you didn't answer it.
I should have just swapped faster.
Okay. So now you got people coming up here. You got Sig being like, I'm going over here. You got a lot of focus over here, but what's that? Oh, you got 2 little friends on the flank. There's no focus here. They got around you because there's no focus here. You're calling what you see, but there's no focus on a target. Things are just kind of happening. You're like, oh, look at it. Oh, there it is. Oh, you're not. You're seeing and you're saying, but you're not doing anything. Yeah, you're shooting. You're pressing the happy trigger button, but it doesn't do anything if you're not actually organized. Yeah, maybe you'll just kill them enough to where they'll go away, but. Mei rocks, great. Yeah, great. What about the fact that your Hanzo is inside?
Nate, you didn't even notice they were there until you jumped off. You're like, oh shit!
Hold on, rewind this like 3 seconds and you'll see you have a heart attack.
Into them. Yeah, watch. Listen to Nate. They're all hard.
Bro, I still killed Ryan, but it scared me. I don't know. Okay, don't ask questions. Just appreciate. Okay. Appreciate.
You were shooting the Sigma that was down the hallway, and you back jumped into them.
I know, dude.
Don't worry. It's fine because you're both equally buffoons.
You're right. I can't believe I jumped backwards into them, dude.
Game sense.
Here comes the Mei.
Here's the Mei. Okay. Help Sig. That's good. Okay. So what are you doing right now? Also, what the fuck is the point of this?
We should have just been like hard rushing the Sigma, to be honest.
You should have rushed the Sigma, or you should have backed the fuck up and taken this corner. A lot safer. It's a lot more aggressive play and would have gotten you some value. But since you were down a couple players, playing it back here is also not bad.
Could we go up through the stairs and take high ground from them?
No point. You need to have the point contest here. You're already down a couple.
Big brain. There is no.
You don't want to be. You don't want to be them. Don't be them. Because that's something they would do.
Where is their Baptiste going?
Now? Okay, good. Immediate call.
Good.
There's the flank Mei.
Yeah, this right here is why we lose, because the Baptiste ends up over here.
Yeah, how did he...
Well, he just walked around here like a jackass.
Why?
So what you do is you see, oh, hey, Sigma's here. Literally no one else is. And we have. Is your May still alive?
You said why is the Baptiste walking around? Because that Baptiste thinks he's a soldier, and he plays that way the entire script.
Because he's a higher DPS, it makes sense. But
the May's are alive. She's in the.
No, but that guy particularly, even from the last stream,
she's crowd right there.
Yeah. So you know what May does? That's it. He's dead. He's just a whole W, Chief. You'll kill him in an instant.
That's not a May. That's a bad. Okay. It didn't show their name.
May is behind the bunker.
Oh, it didn't show the name. Oh, I was like,
May it looked like she was from dying.
It looked like it was her cryo thing.
No, the May is behind. He got discorded and he fell back on the backside.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, look on the right.
Oh, we're talking about our.
Oh, I was talking about check up here.
Anyway, whatever. Anyway, you should be pushing towards this. He doesn't have any support right here. Both of his supports are on the flank.
Who's our target?
Who's your target? Good. He's just standing there.
Yeah.
And then
Lucio and Bap are
I'm sitting above you guys.
Make a commitment. You're saying where people are, but you're not committing to who you're going for. And now May's here. She's so free right now. She's so free.
You're walled, L?
You're walled? No. Arisa's where you should be. Go on the fucking May. Yeah, okay, so the problem is not a May. The problem is that you're disorganized. You're not choosing a target. You're not focusing. You're not making ult plans. You're dying with this, and this.
Mm-hmm. I think I literally just got that.
But that doesn't matter. I don't care if you just got it. Nothing happened. That was one fight. And you were shooting great. You were getting so much great kind of value. But nothing died. Even the few things it did just kind of walked back and no one even cared. There was no organized target. It was just kind of like, oh, well, they're like, oh, God, look at him. Doesn't mean anything. They say, oh, hey, there's a Hanzo. Where? Oh, he's over there. Okay. Doesn't do anything.
And then that Sigma right there.
And then fucking, what? That's what your problem is right now, guys. Or you have two major flaws. You are not target committing. Do you have a target caller?
Not
we
really.
Not have one that game.
Okay. Well, who's normally your target caller then? Is anyone?
Elem or Jaeger, typically.
I call the target that I'm shooting because no one else calls a target. But
okay.
I echo calls.
Then there's a problem.
So there's your problem. Elemra.
Yeah.
Elemira. Whatever.
We call him Elam.
Or L.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Frost Chief, Grand Chief of the Ice Tribe. Whoever you're calling is now the target. For your DPS boys in here, shoot who he's yelling.
Got you.
By the way, Chief, Ice Chief, Grand Poobah of the Ice People, I want you to call that name twice every second.
Say it until they die.
May.
Scream their name.
Sig.
Think about it like this. The louder you scream, the quicker they will die.
Yeah, because TVH, the more I hear their name, the more I'm going to want them to die. So
there you go.
Saying their name.
There you go.
God, if you could hear TLR come back in here and show.
I know, dude.
I don't think he's a cattle freaking auctioneer.
Have you heard me do shot calling?
No.
Because you will want to shoot your ears out.
Because that's the only fucking thing you do here.
Chief, that is like, if I'm in chat and I'm doing calls, that's you're listening to me. I do it incredibly well, and it's just about consistently calling a target, and listening. It's very important that not only does he call it, but everyone needs to listen. If you ignore it, there's no point in doing it.
Well, it's kind of hard to ignore if you don't stop saying their name.
Exactly.
You don't let saying it with them.
See, the thing is, as a shot caller and a target caller, you don't let your team think. You think for your team.
Oh God.
So you flood comms to the point to where they can't even think about anything but shooting and listening
about
to you.
Shooting what you're saying.
It's hype calling too.
Yeah, that's what you should be doing. Because if you don't do it, you get shit like this mess. You get this fucking Fiesta Circus nightmare.
Yeah.
That's what your problem is. It's that and then ult usage, but that comes with making plans, but there's no plans being made in the first place.
Right.
Your engages are solid, your team comps are fine, I'm sure your mechanics are fine, whatever. But there's no consistent plans. What do you like? You're not making. You have no idea what you're doing mid-fight because you haven't talked about it, and everyone just kind of does their own thing. It's like, oh man, we lost. What happened? Like these people should be stomped mercilessly by you guys.
And that's what we did the last time we played them too. We kind of steamrolled them.
Yeah, because they're awful. But you guys are just so disorganized. Because you don't have the consistent target and just team mentality together where you need to be moving and acting as one body. And the only way for that to happen is you need someone telling everyone else what they're doing. Not saying, telling each person where to move and use their abilities, but, the targets and any, essential abilities like halt or sonar or amp matrix, any ults that need to be used, you talk about it before and then you say when it's going to be used in fight. Someone needs to be the mind. Everyone else needs to listen to them without question and without hesitation. That's how your team will succeed. That's your big problem. Anything else you show me here will tell me the exact same thing. That is your problem.
Yeah. I will spam voice comms. Got it.
I want them to not be able to hear sometimes, and then you're doing your job. Also, you need a louder mic too because you have a very quiet mic.
Do I really?
At least to me, I have you
I always have him at 0%. Yeah.
The fuck?
If you can turn,
hold on, let me see.
If you can turn up the volume, beautiful.
Let me see.
So that's your problem. Honestly, from everything I've seen, that's your problem. It's not mechanics, it's not Mei, it's not using the meta comp. Because you're doing most of the things properly. You're even playing almost consistently the same correct comp, just don't run Reinhardt for the love of God. Run what you're running here. Just do it. That's it. The tried and true works right now. If not, if you're feeling really antsy on some maps, swap Zen for Mercy, swap Mei for Pharah. That's all you're missing. A little bit of comp organization, but you need the central head. That's where you're at right now, where you will not be improving beyond the point of a solo queue catastrophe if you don't get that central head. It doesn't have to be the chief, but it can't be a DPS. Someone just needs to do it. So it's up to you guys what you want to do. But that's about all the information I can give you on why your team is, or why you are feeling so disorganized and lost right now. That's it. There's your answer. It's you have no central head. You need to make someone your central head to target, call, and ult plan. Not reaction plan, but active plan. We're going to start with using this ult and this ult. Okay, we're going to start this fight by using Dragon Strike to bait the Immortality. When Immortality runs out, we're going to use our freeze so we can team wipe them. We're going to start this fight by using Amp Matrix to break all their shields. When we move in, and as they're backing up, we should Dragon Strike. It doesn't have to be a perfect plan, but it has to be a plan. I don't give a shit if it doesn't make any sense to everyone on the team. As long as they can actually understand what the person is saying, they're doing it. I don't care if they don't think it's going to work. If you think, oh, this is bullshit, this will never work, I don't give it. I don't care. I really don't care. You're doing it. You say Hanzo, 360 dragon from off the cliff as you fall.
All right, let's go, dude.
You're doing it. I don't care.
I'm down.
And if it doesn't work, your team captain will learn, maybe it doesn't make much sense to have Hanzo kill himself when he's ulting for no reason.
And do a 360.
And do a 360 just for style points. And he'll learn, and then it won't happen again.
I think part of last night too was it was my first day back after vacation, and my brain was not operating at full speed.
Doesn't matter to me when mic on. We're just like sick and dying. I don't care if you're back from vacation.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not an excuse. It's just you gotta be ready for it. If you're playing the scrim, you should have already warmed up.
I had spent the day warming up. I just wasn't like back yet to full. Like I just feel like there's a lot on me, and then when I don't perform, it's like.
Well, there should be a lot on you as the team captain.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how it is. I mean, I'm team captain and manager of Mist, which is at like a level far beyond this, and I have to manage a lot of stuff in game and outside of playing, and between rounds, and between fights, and during fights, and it's everything. It's a lot. So get used to it. If you want your team to succeed, get used to
it.
Okay. I want you, honestly, as the chief, I want you to not only feel like you have a sore throat after every scrim, but I want you to feel like you need to nap because you're that exhausted. And I'm letting you guys know this right now. This is what Hype House told me, who's the consistent coach for Six Guns, the tier 3 team that Queen hosts, or that Queen manages. If you are not sweating and wanting to take a nap after a scrim, you are not trying hard enough, and you need to be playing better, and you need to be putting more effort into it. This needs to feel like a workout. If you don't feel like you need to sleep, you are not exerting yourself enough.
100%.
Scrim is I say, I'm sweating and I feel like my throat's going to tear itself out at the end of a scrim. Click will laugh at me. I'm like, I'm serious, Chief. That's how hard I'm trying for you people to try to improve with me. And that's how it should be for all of you. If you care that much about improving, I want you to suffer for it. Don't faint for it, but make sure you have water. I'm being serious. Make sure you have water with you because I want it to be a workout.
Don't forget.
That's why Overwatch League players are always having water between rounds.
G Fuel.
Do you know how much those fuckers talk? It's more than me. That's weird.
It's insane. No, this is exactly how it should be, though.
I'm from what I've heard though, I am at the level of, in terms of calling frequency, it's I'm at the level of pretty much contenders for it. So if you want to hear about how important it is, it's right here.
All right,
Elon, I can hear you breathing.
Well, I pushed my mic closer to my face because apparently I'm too fucking quiet. So.
Okay.
Good point.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's about all I can give to you guys, though. That's the big reason. It's not maze. It's not meta comp. It's not whatever. No, it's you're disorganized as hell.
So I guess when I'm standing here, right, and the Baptista's up here, whatever, and I hear the call that he's behind me, should I still just be screaming Sigma, 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 Sigma,
well,
Sigma, or
So tell me in this situation, who do you want to kill more? Who do you think is a higher priority target in this situation? Sigma or Baptiste? Who will you get more value off of killing for that fight?
I mean, the Baptiste, but he's up here. He's kind of hard.
Which, in terms of value versus plausibility?
Sigma. The Sigma or the Mei when the Mei drops here.
So then, you tell me, who are you calling?
I would switch to the Mei as soon as she drops, but before that I should do Sigma.
Then there you go. That's what you should be doing.
Okay.
I don't know why you're asking me that question. You're the chief.
Well, I guess part of me is I hear that they're up here and I'm like, oh, I need to help, but
no, you don't need to help.
There's
You can't contest up there.
Yeah, exactly.
So why bother?
There is nothing you can do about it. You can say that he's there, but as the role that you're on, you can't do anything anyway. Focus who you're supposed to be focusing and tell your team who they should be focusing on. By the way, if you're in a situation where you're meta versus meta, someone calls for the Hanzo is there. That is a slightly different situation from, you don't have to call him as your target, but your Hanzo should be dueling with him. a lot of this is Hanzo duels right now. Where one Hanzo will take the flank, the other one will take another flank, and they'll shoot each other until one of them dies.
Just a question.
You're right.
When you say like Hanzo is here, should that also be like just an indication that like watch your sight lines?
Yeah, it's pretty much like watch LOS,
yeah.
don't get headshot.
Yeah,
I just wanted to clarify that.
We've located him over here, so you just know fire will be coming from here.
Yeah, so
and also tells your Hanzo where to go to kill him.
Yeah, their Hanzo's like here, so we would just say like Hanzo left, and watch LOS right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. That's just saying how Hanzo behind. Shock Collar can repeat it, but only repeat it like once, and then continue calling the target. So you can say, "Oh, Hanzo's behind," but Sigma, or like Hanzo behind, Sigma.
I'm gonna need a lot more water.
Yeah, I get like a liter bottle, and I'm finished by the time it's over. So.
All right. Anytime I'm gaming, dude, I always have a liter right here next to me. Cause
I usually go through 2 or 3 in a scrim, so I'm gonna at least double that.
Yeah. So there you go. We did about half a map in an hour and a half. So if you want to talk about extensive VOD reviews, there you go.
Pretty sure we covered everything that was daunting.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I thank you though. I mean, that's
the information you need.
Yeah.
It's the kind of coaching we needed though. So
yeah. I think we do
really appreciate it.
Yeah, we definitely do. We do still need to get a consistent 6th because Rag kind of vanished on us.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rag.
Yeah, we need a DPS or maybe
Check
2.
is not on our team. He just reigns.
I know. Checks their
Did
reign.
you say maybe 2 DPS, Frosty?
What was that?
Did you say you might need 2 DPS, Pepe
I need two tryouts. Yeah, we're not gonna just take one tryout at a time. We're gonna.
I know. I thought you were just like 2 DPS.
I mean, so if you need anything with tryouts, go to Team Cap Chat, tag Queen, and be like, "Hey, we need this," because she does recruitment.
Well,
I don't.
I've messaged her and like nothing.
I don't know. Has she not been? I gotta talk to her if she's still. I hope she should be doing recruitments right now.
I messaged her last time. I was like, "Hey, we've been," because I messaged. I think it was you or it was another admin. I think it was Prince. I messaged Prince and he's like, "Oh, talk to Queen." I was like, "Okay." And I said, "Message, hey, we're having trouble finding DPS tryouts. Could you help us out, please?" I said, "Yeah. Which specific role DPS are you looking for, and what SR range?" Just the 3K range, and we'd already have a flex DPS, so really, possibly a hit scan or basically any kind.
Hit scan or like Reaper.
And she's like, "Okay, I'll see what I can do." I was like, "All right, thank you so much," and then never heard from her again. And that was on the 8th, back when before we found Rag. So
yeah, I'm asking her right now, but
well,
I'll make sure that if she's not doing them, she'll be doing them.
Appreciate it.
There you go, though.
Thank you for your brain.
All right. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you.
That's all I got for you.
I hope you get better though.
I'm fine. I'm fine now. I'm fine now. That's why I'm doing this. If I was still sick, I wouldn't do it. What's that?
Rat, can I send you something? There was
Uh-oh.
I recorded my stuff last night, and there was just a tiny bit of like of a map that I wanted to go through. Can I just send that to you and we discuss it on like a more one-on-one kind of thing, either chat or text?
I can do one-on-ones, but I want you to be aware that classes start for me in 2 days. And I am doing stuff with Mist.
Okay.
So I'm
no pressure. I was just asking.
Yes, I'm gonna say yes. I can't give any dates on it though, and I can't tell you how thorough it probably won't be as thorough as something like this because I just don't really have the time to do that for a lot of people.
Yeah, sounds good.
But I can give you general tips on stuff if I have the time for it.
Okay.
I can do one-on-one sit-downs, but I need the time for it first. So.
All good.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. I'll send it to you if you see it. Go ahead. If you don't have time, it's all good too. I won't be. I won't feel bad if you don't see it.
Okay.
Or don't feel pressured to.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Don't be afraid to remind me if I don't even if I don't connect to you at all, because that's probably just me being like, oh, I can't do it right now, and then 100% forgetting about it.
All good.
So
again, no pressure with this.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. What am I gonna go eat? I'm gonna go eat bread noodles. Right.
Yeah, no, love
Thank
it.
you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, always appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let me know if you need anything.
Well, let's see. I'm gonna. Actually, we're all here except for Kate. I had to message her, but who's free tomorrow, 9 p.m. like usual?
All right. Goodbye forever.
I should be.
Take care. Thank you.
I should be around.
Alto, obviously, Nate, Elam, right? You said yes. Okay, Jaeger. Can you tomorrow, 9 p.m. Scrim.
As long as it finishes before, it'd be
from 9 to 11 Eastern.
9 to 11, so -3, that would be 8. Yeah,
This
as long as
specific
it
is 8, yeah.
finishes by before 11, I'm good because I'm working that night.
Yeah. Working. What time do you have to absolutely leave the scrim? Because I think if we just do 5 maps, that'll be finished
Well, the
before
thing
8.
is, work is where I live, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So in that case, usually the way when we do 5 maps, it's usually like an hour and 30 minutes or so.
Yeah. So